What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, keeping you updated on all the latest in pro wrestling. And today we got an update for the OLE Wrestling, the AEW console game, as Kenny Omega opened up about some of the features that will be in it and that will not be in it. So you guys know what to do. V-trigger that like button and let's jump right into it. All of this later information comes from Kenny Omega, who did an interview with IGN Japan. He went on to confirm that the AEW console game will feature a campaign mode, multiplayer, create a wrestler, which he previously confirmed last week, and will also have various other unusual modes. But one of the biggest topic of discussion right now is the fact that he confirmed that it will not include a GN mode, which is opposite from what a lot of us were expecting. He went on to provide a bit more detail, stating that the console game will include a campaign mode in addition to multiplayer, and indicated that the general manager mode would not be in the console game because it will instead remain unique to the mobile title AEW Elite GM, which as we know is set to release sometime this year, and it will be the game releasing after the AEW Casino game, which is set to release sometime within the next 60 days. There's no release date just yet on when exactly we are going to be getting AEW Elite GM. This is obviously a bit disappointing as most fans want everything on the AEW console game, which will be the main AEW game that we end up playing. Now, something Kenny Omega didn't necessarily specify is if there is no GN mode, will there be some type of universe mode that we could create show on and make our own roster and do our own type of thing? Maybe they do include a mode that is like that in what Kenny Omega ended up mentioning as various other unusual modes that will be in the game. I really hope that there is something like that because I feel like something related to universe mode is usually what maintains the game going alongside community creations and the online aspect of the game. For right now though, him indicating that there won't be GN mode, it's a bit disappointing. In the interview, Kenny Omega went on to indicate the following: I can't say right now that we are not sure of how many wrestlers will be available upon release, but one thing I can say is that the number of wrestlers in the AEW is growing all the time, and the roster of wrestlers in the game will reflect that. That makes it seem like they're gonna have some type of live service update to it as well, that they are going to keep adding to that roster. This I'm not necessarily surprised because Kenny Omega did indicate that they want this AEW game to last for a long time, not just 1 year. So throughout the cycle of it, they're gonna continue to release updates and superstars and just add more and more content to it. In regards to the release date, he indicated that while the team are aiming for a 2021 release, this is not set in stone as the quality of the game will come before release date commitments. So again, they want the game to not be glitchy, to actually be playable and optimized correctly. He added that I don't want to rush it, so I don't want to make a promise about the release date. I want the release version to be good. For the gameplay style of the game, he once again went on to reference No Mercy and all of the other Nintendo 64 wrestling games, indicating that he wants something a bit faster and something that allows for today's style, which is a little different than it was 20 years ago, as things are faster and more dynamic now. Being more specific in regards to the gameplay, he actually discussed a mechanics for countering that they are currently messing around with and trying to figure out which one is going to be the best to give us. He stated that I want to give the player a little more control over when he can reverse moves instead of being completely random. No Mercy and Virtual Pro Wrestling had a counter button, but you never knew if you would counter it or not, and there was no indication of it if you could or if you would. It would just sometime happens. So I have been thinking about it, if there is some sort of merit to giving the player more control over when you can counter, and if it will be more fun that way, or maybe we will create a counter system, but none of this is final yet. He went on to indicate that there is a lot of factors that obviously go in it, including the momentum and the ability to build a special / finisher in the game. So all of that is something that they are currently experimenting with. The last thing that he ended up discussing is in regards to competing with WWE games, as he stated the following: my plan plan is not to compete with WWE in that style of games. Those games try to recreate the look of a WWE wrestling match as you see it on television, and their system is to use mocap for capturing the moves. I always felt the way that Gator and No Mercy and so on felt more accurate, even though it wasn't with real people in mocap. So again, it looks like Kenny is really trying to aim for that No Mercy feel with a combination of other games like SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, where the simulation is still there, and every time you do a move you feel the impact and you feel like you're performing it yourself, and like that superstar is really the one doing it. I really hope that they find a good combination for all of this, and maybe we get to see more about the gameplay within the next couple of months. I will of course keep you guys updated on it, but for the meantime, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below and hit those notifications. I'll catch you on the next one, so stay savage.
Picture perfect eliminated. Stop! Earth-shaking power slam. Great reflexes. I'll be surprised if this doesn't lead to an elimination. Roman Reigns just too fast for him. Look at this effort. Yeah. Setting up for, looks like, a power bomb. Wait, no, not. No.
Seth Rollins has been eliminated. A competitor has been eliminated.
Flying forearm, that'll turn your lights out. Knee drop. That was nasty. So precise. Now watch this. Beautiful Northern Lights suplex. The beginning of the end. Ooh, jarring European uppercut. Oh, Roman Reigns unable to be contained. Oh, right to the back of the neck. What a blow. Good night. Big boot. What a And then there was one. There's your royal...